San Francisco is home to some of the most iconic imagery in America. You can see behind me the Golden Gate Bridge. But just a couple of blocks away from here are scenes that don't resemble America at all. Scenes that are downright third world, scenes that Nancy Pelosi and the leftists who have controlled this city for decades do not want you to see. Are you ready to come face to face with the real San Francisco? Welcome to the horrors of Nancy Pelosi's district in San Francisco, California. How long have you been a business owner in this district?
9 years.
9 years. It's got to be hard for your business, the homelessness.
They don't look good for the business, yes. It's not clean, you see the garbage around. Sometimes, excuse me for this, they pee everywhere. Sometimes also bad smell for the homeless when they come to your shop. Like we had like same customer for many, many years. You call the police, they can do nothing for the homeless. They cannot even kick them out.
So someone could come in, a homeless person could come in and just sit in your shop and nothing would happen?
And you have to use the air freshener and burn incense, and you ask them, please go out, and sometimes to fight with them. They hurt the business. Even when other customers see the homeless inside, they don't come.
California is home to nearly half of America's homeless population. An estimated 150,000 homeless people live in California, including 10,000 homeless veterans. More tragic still, there are over 11,000 18 to 24-year-olds who are homeless on the streets of California. The California homeless population is equivalent to all of the homeless populations of these 22 states combined, and nowhere is the homeless crisis in California more evident than on the streets of Nancy Pelosi's district.
You have to see people like so messed up that they have their pants around their ankles and things you wouldn't imagine you would see.
You said this almost seems planned, like they were planning on this type of poverty.
Right. It's like, okay, well, we can deal with it in a positive, uplifting manner, or we can deal with it in a, let's just get rid of them quicker as possible, round them all up into one place where they're not likely to be seen by the general tourist. It's very easy to catch someone in the act of shitting street.
Since the first of the year, the city's 311 service has received an astounding 14,597 calls about piles of poop. Mayor London Breed has been taking unannounced tours, checking out the city's streets, and knows all too well this icky issue.
I've had to deal with it myself in front of my home, and it is not a pleasant feeling. I want to change San Francisco for the better. I want to clean up the city.
We hoped when we had the new mayor, London Breed, she'd do something. She did nothing. She did nothing for that.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's gotten worse.
More stink, more homelessness.
I just walked by a guy who was shooting up heroin right under the street, right in front of me. This is not America. This is not the way America is supposed to look. Just crippling homelessness and the rot and inequality that comes from decades and decades and decades of liberal socialist leadership. It's shameful. Here we have something I've never seen in my life, but you can see with regularity around here in this district. It is a fire hydrant hooked up to a type of system that allows people to take showers and get drinking water in the streets. You're able to see a lot of people using these all around in this district, taking showers, washing themselves, washing their hair, washing their animals. You see them by the dozens here in San Francisco. Has this been getting better or worse?
I'd say gradually worse over time. It's a very liberal city here. We offer a lot of services and resources for homeless and people in need. We are kind of strapped to some degree because there's a lot of demand for those services. It seems like we're always throwing money at problems here, but I don't know how effective it is. It seems like most of the Democratic-led cities have their problems. If you give people free stuff, they have no. It doesn't mean anything if you're not invested in it. So
I see you have boards here. Did you have to board up your shop?
Yeah, just to be careful if somebody came to break the glass, to loot our business, because they looted everywhere, yeah.
Downtown in the heart of San Francisco, everything is dead, completely boarded up. Institutions, Charles Schwab right here. Various shopping centers here, Capital One Cafe, completely boarded up. Starbucks, Citibank, and then all the way over here, Amazon, shuttered. Companies that work and live out of San Francisco shut down, boarded up, third world over. It is really, really something to see in the heart of Nancy Pelosi's district. What would be your message to the people who run this city, like to fix things?
If I could speak to the leaders of the city, I would have them concentrate themselves more on the city, dealing with the city's problems itself, as opposed to such a national. Often I see us working on kind of a national basis. I'd really like to see them more focused on the city and our needs, what we need here.
You're represented by one of the most powerful people in America, Nancy Pelosi.
Indeed.
Yeah. The fact is that Nancy Pelosi has represented this district for 3 decades, more than that. So, how does that happen?
I'm a liberal guy. I've always considered myself liberal. I've always voted Democrat, but I find myself at odds with the Democratic Party. We've gotten too liberal. A lot of this, I think, we kind of bring on ourselves.
Right in the middle of Nancy Pelosi's district, United States of America, crossed off. No one's come to fix it. No one's come to clean it up. It's poetic, really, because this district doesn't look like America. This district looked like something horrifying, something out of the third world. This district should serve as a reminder to you what happens under leftist leadership, what happens under socialism. This is what all of America could look like if you allow leftists like Nancy Pelosi to continue to control and take over your country. What future do you want, America? Choose. Choose wisely. This has been Benny Johnson in Nancy Pelosi's district. See you next time.
Hello and welcome to Justice. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Let's get right to my open. The disaster of what's happening to our kids being completely robbed of their education by public schools is a perfect example of what happens when the president won't fight for you. The disaster we're seeing in real time will probably result in the loss of 2 years of public education and will hamper our children for decades to come.